A lot of kids I find come to me with rash in their scalp. Now, there are two common types of rashes that I see in the scalp. One of them is a fungus, yeah? And that usually causes small patches to come out in different areas, little round patches in the scalp. So when you take the little boy to the barber, or when you're combing the girls here, you might see these small patches in their hair, and they itch. It's contagious, and if they go to school with it, they are supposed to be sent home. So now is the time in the summer to search their scalp to make sure if they have this scalp fungus, you get it treated. So you have to go to a doctor for this to get an antifungal shampoo and medication by mouth to treat this. So search your scalp because they're in the summer running up and down, and if they're playing with somebody who has worms in their scalp, wingworm, they're gonna catch it, right? If they sleep with a child or play with a child who has it, they're gonna catch it. So make sure that you're checking the scalp. Now another common rash in the head is the eczema. That one is a little more widespread. The whole scalp gets white and flaky. You call it dandruff. Maybe it's eczema they have, and the trigger for it usually is something that they're eating. Most times is dairy in their diet. So if your child has eczema in the scalp or on the skin, getting rid of milk products in the diet is a simple way to reduce the symptoms or get rid of it completely. So if your child has eczema, sinus problems, they shouldn't be getting condensed milk, shouldn't be getting cheese, should not be getting Pediasure, should not be getting ice cream. You don't need to go to a doctor for this necessarily. You just need to take away the foods that are causing the problem. There's a simple solution. Sound good so far? All right. Now listen. Another common problem I find is among my teenage female patients. Almost all of them, when I check them, they are anemic. Yeah? They have started to have their periods. Their periods are sometimes heavy. You as a parent may not even know how heavy it is. You're not checking the pad. And they're not sensible enough to say, boy, mommy, it's very heavy. They don't know what heavy is and light is. And many of them are losing excessive amount of iron and vitamins every month. And when it's time for school, they're excessively tired. They go to school and sleep. They can't focus. They come home. All they want to do is sleep. They only have energy to go on the phone. They can't do any chores. They can't do their homework. Headaches. These are common symptoms that your child may be anemic. And when I check females, because I do medicals, like what we're doing here, almost all of them are anemic. Yeah, and when I check adults too, most adult females are anemic. Sleepy and puny. Okay. In the morning. Okay, so here's a parent talking about a child with a heavy period who's anemic. Short break for announcement.
Persons who have number 54 to 60, please come. 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. For doctor, just meet me right here, please. And the children who have already seen the doctor, you have already done your medical, but you are waiting to see the dentist, please also come to see me now.
Right to the front here. Okay, let's continue. So what do you do about this low blood count, this anemia? There are a number of things you can do, starting with the diet. So one of the most effective ways to combat this is to give them something called beetroot juice. Everybody know beetroot? Yes, that's a very effective way to provide iron and vitamins and minerals to boost their blood count. So it's not a very tasty juice, and most kids are gonna, frown on drinking it. So, okay, milk or ginger, lemon or whatever you want to put in it to make it flavorful, put carrot in it. This is a very effective way, so I'm encouraging you to give them beetroot juice right after the period and during the period. If they don't want to drink it entire month, make it very strong and give them. Also, they need to consume lots of greens, callaloo, pak choy, even a celery. These are very important vegetables that contain lots of iron and vitamins to boost the blood count. Yes, mommy, I have a question, quickly. Can you eat callaloo? Yeah, I get that question all the time. People have this conception that if you have high blood pressure, you should not eat callaloo. I don't know where people get this crazy idea from that you can't eat a vegetable. No, listen, hold on. If you're going to add a whole heap of salt fish and a whole heap of salt into the callaloo, then it's probably going to raise the pressure. But the callaloo itself is not, it's a vegetable that's excellent for you. No. This is what I study, what foods are good for you. So if you have pressure, you can eat your callaloo. Just don't add too much salt to it. And if you're going to put saltfish in there, make sure that you're soaking it to get rid of the salt. But yes, mommy, you can eat callaloo. What's that? Well, you're at the doctor again and doctor telling you to eat the callaloo. Okay? So you have to decide if you want to trust your doctor, which is fine, or you want to trust me. But I'm saying my opinion is, for many, many years, I've seen the effect of callaloo on people's health, and it has a net positive effect. It does not raise your pressure to cause any problem. You can eat your callaloo. As with any food, do it in moderation. And for your information, red meat is worse for you than callaloo. So why can you eat chicken and beef and mutton and can't eat callaloo? Why can you drink soda and you stop eating it because of that? Well, I'm not going to stop eating it. And I'm going to tell all my patients to eat callaloo and eat callaloo regularly because it's good for your body. Callaloo has vitamins, minerals, lots of iron. Is excellent for you. All right? Now we'll continue with the anemia. We're not finished yet. So the greens, the beetroot juice. Now for those of you who like liver and kidney, we call those organ meats. If you like those, if you eat those, then those are great sources of iron. Okay? Now you can also go to the pharmacy. You can also go to the pharmacy and buy iron tablets. And they are very cheap. So there's a very cheap one, like a red one they call ferrous sulfate. You can get a dozen for maybe $200. And you can give that to your daughter. You do not give it to your son. Do not give the boys any iron. They don't need no iron. They need to go and probably give some blood. The boys' blood count are very high. Do not give the boy picking them any iron. Give it to the girls. Are we clear? Men here do not take any iron pill unless you go to your doctor and they're going to say you lack iron. Men do not need to take any iron. It may be harming you than helping you. Women are the ones who should need iron. Young ladies having a period need to take iron on a regular basis to maintain their blood count. Are we clear on that now? All right, I'm not finished yet. We have more on the kids still. Now, as you know, if you have a young child going to school for the first time, very often, the first 2 weeks of school or first month, every minute them sick. You know that, right? Colds and flus and sneezing and stuffiness. Because they're going to an environment where they have other kids who are sick and they're picking up germs. So you want to make sure that their immune system is strong going back to school, right? So there are a couple of things I need to tell you about boosting their immune system for back to school, right? One, again, is going to be making sure that they are getting enough sunlight. That's the most important thing. So you're being told to avoid the sun. You're in the tent now to hide from the sun. But sunlight is one of the main ways to get a strong immune system. So the kids who are at home, locked up in the house, on the telephone, on the tablet, watching TV all day, you need to lock them outside to go and play and run outside every single day. Sunlight helps you to make vitamin D. And that vitamin is the most important vitamin for your immune system. Most Jamaicans, I find, are low in vitamin D, surprisingly, even though we have so much sunlight. So the kids need to go outside, let them come and help you hang out the clothes, take up the clothes, yeah? Rake up the yard, go outside and play ball. What time of day? Well, you know, we humans come up with different time of day, but listen, I grew up in the country with my grandparents, and my grandfather left home in the morning at 5 o'clock, and at 6 o'clock in the evening come back in the sun whole day, and there were all thousands of Jamaicans who do that. Well, I didn't know that the sun shines still. Miss, I used to go in the sun when I was a boy, and I stay in the sun all day. The sun lower, the sun come closer to the earth. All right. Okay, all right. So the ozone layer gone, so the sun. All right. So your question, Miss, is any type of sun is good, but they usually say that between 8 and 10 in the morning and maybe 3 and 5 in the evening is a little bit less intense. So if you're prone to getting sunburn, which most of us black, so we not get no sunburn. So if you're bleaching your skin, you need to avoid the hot sun, you know. And I don't see anybody here doing that. If you're very light skin like this lady here, you maybe need to avoid the very hot sun. But for the rest of you who black, we black already, so whatever. I don't mind getting a little blacker. I see white people live from foreign to Jamaica to get some sun to get blacker. So why are we running from it? So the sun is good for you. Stop hiding from the sun. Get as much sun as you can. Miss, God created the sun to make us healthier. We cannot be healthy without the sun. Sun with high blood pressure? No, miss, nothing no go so. Sun does not raise high blood pressure. Cold does not raise high blood pressure. All of these things in nature are good for you. Stop, use your common sense. They come and say coconut oil bad for you. Heard that, right? You going to listen to that? You never hear that? Well, I heard it and it's foolishness. Yes, miss. What is what? If your son is anemic, well, I'm saying if your son is anemic and he lacks iron, then he can get iron. But unless he is anemic, do not give the boy picking them any iron. It must be shown that they have a problem. I'm saying most females are losing blood every month, so you have to give them extra. The boys are not losing any blood. If you give them iron, they're going to get too much iron. It can affect their liver and their brain. What's that? So fine, so once you get treated, that's what I'm saying. So if you were diagnosed as anemic with iron deficiency, then fine. If your son was not diagnosed anemic, do not give him the iron. But your girls can get it routinely. All right, we're moving on to something else. Now, another common issue with the young girls is the period pain. You know about that, right? The cramps in the belly button, missing school, going to school after spend the whole day in the sick bay with the nurse. We're talking about the young females at school now. We're not talking about the fibroids yet. The vomiting, the bad feeling, the headache, dizziness, sleepiness, all these symptoms come with the periods, and many females suffer and suffer and suffer. Now I'm going to tell you a few tricks to help to combat this. One, which I just mentioned, I'm going to go back to. Sunlight makes vitamin D, which increases the absorption of magnesium, which lowers the pain. So hiding from the sun will worsen your period pain. Getting more sun will help your period pain. So one, keeping well hydrated. Most females have period problems because their bodies are not well hydrated, not drinking enough water. So water and coconut oil, these simple things, not a complicated thing, you know. Simple things like drinking enough water and coconut water during the period can lessen the pain significantly. Yes. Moving on. There are a couple teas that you can drink that are helpful. You can tell me some of them. Anybody can tell me any teas I can drink for the period pain? Cerasy, for any belly pain. Now, hold on. Let me talk about the cerasy. Now, there's a problem with the cerasy. When I was in the country, and I'm getting cerasy tea, my grandmother would go outside and pick a handful of cerasy bush, one whole leaf, and put in the pot and boil it. And when you look in the pot, the thing is yellow like curry. Strong. And then you get a cup of that to drink and you're sipping it and you're making it on your face because it's so bitter. Now it's unnecessary and not helpful to make it so strong. Make it so strong it can affect your liver. Too strong for your liver. So you see the amount that go into a tea bag, that's the amount to make 1 cup of cerasy tea, not a handful. So cerasy is very good, but the dose that Jamaicans use is too strong. We overdo it. So if you can, cerasy grow wild. So pick your cerasy, dry it, keep in the kitchen, and use a teaspoonful to make a cup of tea. And that can help to decrease the pain and cramps of belly pain from period pain, gas, and all of those things. All right? My sister here mentioned ginger. I'm going to add beside the ginger turmeric. All right? So ginger and turmeric are anti-inflammatories, so they help. So you want to start those two, ginger and turmeric, you want to start it like a couple days before the period start. Don't wait for the pain to come. So it's more effective when you start it a day or two before the period start, because when the pain starts, the inflammation already is there and it's hard to get rid of it. You want to reduce inflammation before. The period gonna start on Monday. Start the Cersei, start the ginger and turmeric tea from Saturday. Give them morning and evening, and the pain will be much less. Now there are other teas that you can drink. There's another one they call chamomile, which is, you can buy that at the health food store or the pharmacy, the tea bag. The Spanish needle, my sister here says, is another very common herb, blooms yellow and white. So that's a very common herb if you know it. If you don't know it, you might go pick poison, so be careful, right? So you need to have some old people can point out Spanish needle to you, very small leaf, yellow and white blossom, yeah? But you need to know it, yeah. Yeah, straight from what we're talking about. We are take me wide. What? Yeah, but we are talking about something for the kids. I don't know how you're going over there, so. Okay, all right. Go ahead. You see, me, I tell you, you're drawing me wide in your personal business. We're talking about the kids now. Stay with me. Everybody go. No, you need to go to the doctor, miss. Stay with me here. No, miss. We're talking about things for the kids and back to school. Let's stay with me. You come in with your own personal. No, I'm not addressing that right now. I'm so sorry. I need to ask some more questions and all that things. So that we're not addressing that particular one. All right? You can see the doctor inside about that one. So, all right. So if you have any question about period pain, we can talk about that. Right? And we're staying with the topic now. All right. So we're talking about the things for period pain. Now, apart from the sunlight, drinking water, yeah, doing the teas, I also find some other simple things like putting a little hot water towel on the tummy. So I've had to wake up in the middle of the night to hot water and put towel in to put on my daughter's tummy, right? And it works beautifully. What it name? It's periwinkle. Yeah. All right, so another lady here is recommending another herb called periwinkle. There are maybe at least 20 different herbs I could recommend. So periwinkle, if you know it, I don't know if much of people here who I see around would know periwinkle or where to find it. Yeah, but you can search on the internet to what it look like, so make sure you end the device. Google periwinkle, and it grow in Jamaica wild. It's grow wild. So she's saying that one leaf of it is enough to get rid of her period pain when she was younger. And that's something that you can use consistently. The dog blood, we kind of use some more bleeding issues and hormone imbalances. I don't generally use dog blood for the period pain, so it's more for bleeding issues. We use that one, all right? Moving on, so the hot water compress. So get some hot water, put a little rag or towel in it, wring it out, and put it on the tummy. When it gets cool, you put it in hot water again, and that helps to calm the period pain down. You could also use a cold compress, use ice pack on the tummy. Or if you are having severe pain, you can go to the pharmacy and you can buy Panadol, Cetamol menstrual, Advil. All of these are over the counter and can help the kids who are suffering. So don't have the daughter suffering month in, month out. Follow these simple recommendations to reduce their pain so they can miss less time in school and do much better. All right? Moving on now. Back to the immune system. We're talking about sunlight. Garlic is an important thing to boost the immune system. So use garlic in the cooking, and you can give them garlic tea occasionally. I had to drink garlic tea as a child. I hated it. I'm sure they will hate it too. But guess what? We're the parents, and the children. So once a week, did not kill them. And they may come later to thank you because I am happy that I got garlic when I was younger. Anybody here know a thing them called horsey fetita? Put up your hand. Oh my God. That thing was stink and smell. Oh my, I hate it. To this day, I am traumatized. But guess what? My grandparent knew what was good for me. I grew up with my grandmother, and she made sure that whenever I was sick, that me get. And today I am much stronger and healthier because of those simple things, and I'm using them now with my kids. If you still make, at about 20 years, I don't see that particular one there. I don't see how to fit it. But I think Victory Drugstore in Spanish Town still sell it. You know Victory Drugstore? Yeah, that little place is still there. Yeah, and them sell it there. Eh? Which one? March Drugstore, where that one there? Which street at that one? Kingston. All right, so you can get them little thing there at those places. Lots of those old-time remedies, you know? Mole, yes. For the cold and so on. All right, anyway, moving on. Now, for the colds and flus that they have, I'm going to give you a little formula, which you can blend up. You can, and most of you would have probably seen that video online that I did. Yeah, so there's a little formula I use for kids who have, no, another one there. For the kids who have colds and flus, sinus infections, yeah, you can blend up 5 things. That's what 5 of them I'm going to give you. You're going to get an orange, 1 orange, and you juice it out. You get a slice of pineapple, and you cut up that fine. You get a 2 peg of garlic, half an onion, and of course get your turmeric, a spoonful of turmeric. Put that in the blender, and you blend that out. You could strain it and lock it up in a little container, keep in the fridge. And you give them 2 teaspoons twice a day for the colds and flus. So I'm going to go again. 1 orange, slice of pineapple, 2 cloves of garlic, small little onion, yeah, and a spoonful of turmeric. So you can use the powder or the raw one and blend it up. You strain it out and you keep that in the fridge. Don't make ear catch it, you know, because if ear catch it too often, the onion is going to pull out all of the bacteria to the ear. Going to grow in there. So as you take out some, you lock it back tight and put it back in the fridge. And that will get rid of virus, bacteria, colds, flu, sinus infection, even stomach infections. That's a remedy you need to have at home all the time. Yeah, so some people saying some people have sinus and orange affect them. Some people have migraine, orange affect them. So you may want to use lemons. But if you don't have those problems, orange, you know, because you have to make it taste a little good for the kids, you know. So that's why I use orange, because it's kids and they want something that tastes good. The garlic and the onion already taste bad. So lemon is another alternative, but I prefer orange for the kids generally. All right? All right. If the kids have asthma, all right, here the asthma thing now. Are you ready for that one here? For the kids who have asthma, well, if you're at home and the kids having an asthma attack and the pump run out, the quick remedy to save them life, get an onion. Yeah? Get a cup of hot water, chop an onion and drop it in there. Make an onion tea. Make it steam for about 5 minutes, get them to drink. That works like the pump. It opens them lungs so them can breathe freer. Some people also get the onion and put it on with the thyme too. Yeah, the thyme can work with it too. You can put on a socks on the foot bottom. Yeah? Put on 1 socks and put the onion in another socks and put on, so you have the onion between the 2 socks. Let them sleep with it. So the onion juice absorbs through the skin and the foot bottom. That helps with the asthma. You can do garlic. Do not let the garlic touch them skin. Put 2 socks because it burn on the foot bottom, all right? But that's a very important remedy. The onion, and they have another one they call the asthma bush. Anybody know asthma bush? Yeah? All right, so she giving some shea and maca remedy. That one is another common herb again. So we have lots of herbs in Jamaica, and just giving you a few common things we can use. So for the asthma, the onion is the capital medicine. What's that? Ackee tree, ackee leaf. Well, no, the ackee leaf kind of like a problematic, you know. You see the ackee leaf now? So be careful with that one. That one has in. Yeah, man. So we talk about mango leaf for trembling, for pressure. Yeah, man. If you have any like a trembling problem, you know, some people have trembling. Some people's body hand just shaky. Yeah, and the hand might sweat a lot. Yeah, man. The mango leaf tea. All right, so here, you know, you see herbs, people have this misconception that you have to dry the herb before you can. No, you can't use green or dry. Yes, So the mango leaf can use green or dry. And by the time it dry, nothing much in it, you know. So I prefer use the mango leaf green. One leaf. We chop it up and make a tea with one leaf. And do that twice a day. One leaf make one cup of tea. And I do that morning and evening. Help with the shaking. Alright? Alright, let's go on. Exactly, good for nerves. That along with the soursop leaf. Yeah, that one there. The soursop leaf and the mango. Yeah, man. Alright. Anyway, an herbal class we have today. Alright. Come on to the herbal thing. So one small onion, man, or one half of one big onion. Just estimate, you know, if it 2 cloves, but a garlic is food, so if you use 3 or nothing, purple onion, yeah, the better one, all right? All right, people, let's move on to something else now. All right. For the kids, still on the kids now, it's important that you understand how to feed your kids. Yeah? Because a lot of us allow the television and the advertisements to tell us how to feed our kids, and we're not following the simple common sense rules that we're supposed to follow. So I see lots of parents giving their kids lots of juices that the manufacturers tell you is healthy and is loaded with sugar and high fructose corn syrup. I see parents, so that the juices are something that the kids love. You should limit them juice intake to maybe 1 per day. Do not give them a juice to go to school. They go to school and buy juice. They come and drinking syrup and Kool-Aid. 1 juice per day. Otherwise, they drink water, coconut water, or you make your own juice at home and give them with your fresh vegetables and fruits. We understand that? Spend the time, even once a week, and make the juice, put in the fridge, and let them drink that rather than go and buy the Delight and the Capri Sun and the this and the Apple and Eve with lots of chemicals in it. It's not good. Give them their healthy natural fruits. Give them water, coconut water, and your freshly made juices. That's 1. 2, for convenience, well, the best breakfast for the kids in the morning is egg. That thing having everything in it. So don't hold them back on the egg. A boiled egg, what they want is scramble or whatever they want it. The egg has in protein, vitamins, minerals, lots of nutrients for them. Egg is one of the best things to give the kids in the morning to nourish them. Good for them eye and them brain. So I eat all 3, 4 eggs. This morning I eat 3 eggs. My kids this morning, them get egg and them get them smoothie and them get them pear with it. And 2 of them had pancakes. They wanted pancakes, so I get them a little thing for them nice up them little taste buds, you know? All right, so I made breakfast this morning for everybody. All right. One of the worst things to give the kids in the morning, that thing them called sausage. All right, so I'm going to tell you something about sausage now. And I'm going to put beside it bully beef. Now, it has been proven, all right, you know that? All right, WHO, World Health Organization, published a list of the types of things that causes cancer in human beings. And they have it by group. So group 1 was the most dangerous group. And they have in group 1 smoking. Everybody knows smoking causes lung cancer, right? So we know that bad for you, and it's on the label. In group 1 they have alcohol. We know that alcohol causes stomach cancer and liver cancer. We know that. Yeah, you never know that alcohol bad for you. Yeah, it causes cancer. It's a toxin for your body. And in group 1, with alcohol and cigarette smoking, they have processed meats, which mean sausage, bully beef, yeah? They think them call bacon, salami. All of these are not suspected, we not think, we prove that they cause cancer. So guess what now? The cancer not occurring in 1 year or 10 years now. But you see years and years of eating these things, when you get to 50, and doctor say you have colon cancer, and you can rebuke the devil in Jesus' name. It's not the devil cause it, it's you cause it. It's not your neighbor putting a thing in your yard for set hand for you. It's what you've been eating and feeding you, pity them over the 20, 30 years. So see the sausage thing, people, cut it out. We now know that it causes cancer later in life. We now know the bully beef causes cancer later in life. Cut it out. go and buy the meat and cook it yourself. Go buy the saltfish and go all over and buy the fish and cook it yourself. Stop buying these pre-cooked processed foods. They add chemicals to them to preserve them. Well, the sausage is going to be made from the leftover scraps after them cut off the chicken fat and the beef fat and whatever leave that make it. So what they use to make it is the worst part of the meat that they can't sell. And then they add things to it now to preserve it and to give it taste and flavor. And these things make those things not healthy for your body. So some parents just get the picnic the tin of sausage to eat for them breakfast. Oh, buy it and go on to school like they're giving them something good. No. Give them 2 ripe banana and 2 orange. They pick them like it because it tastes good, they know better. All right. The kids don't know better and you are following them blind, leading blind. So now your eyes are open. You're going to feed them with your plantain and the eggs. Make them nice porridge in the morning with the coconut milk. Yes. You can steam some callaloo and some yam and whatever and some cooked plantain in the morning. Yeah. So the other thing I need to cut out is this whole heap of cornflakes and cereal and the quick food them. I know, occasionally you're in a rush and you can't do big things, but don't make it be a day in, day out thing. You have to take time to nourish your kids properly. All right, short break.
It's me again. So we're calling numbers up from the last number I called on the microphone was 60. So let me get the persons who have between 60 and 70 who's under the tent. If you have that on your, for doctor, please come. If you have not seen the nurse yet for your vitals, please come. Anybody under the tent here between 60 and 70? Oh, not yet, my love. So let's go now. 70 to 80. If you have 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 76, that number to 80 for my line over that side. I'm seeing movement. Good. Them are the school medical. Anybody here for school medical who has not yet been seen? Yes, long time. But when you reach the number, go on. Come on over there. All right.
All right, back from the break. Still on the kids. We're going to talk about the memory. But this one is going to be cutting across both kids and adults. Right? So you think the memory important for school kids, right? And the memory important for you guys at this age too, right? No memory. All right. So I'm going to tell you now what the things that you should be doing if you want to improve your memory. There are some things that you can do to improve your memory. You know that, right? All right. You didn't know. I'm going to tell you. So for the kids and adults need to supervise the kids. So one of the most important reasons why people don't remember things is because they are not focusing. What does I mean by that? One, they are doing too much things one time. So you want to remember something, and you're reading it, you listen to music, you talk to somebody over there so one time, you cook same time, you do 4 different things one time. So your mind is just on 4 different things. It's on this, it's on that, so you can't remember. So you're doing one thing at a time. So if you're reading something, spend time and read it and done. When you're cooking, you spend time and cook and done. Having a conversation, you have a conversation. You're watching a show, you watch a show. If you're watching a show and reading, you're going between the show and the reading. You're not focused on anyone. So that's the first thing. So if your kids are studying and say them listen to music in the room, foolishness. They're not studying nothing. They're going to remember half of what they study and even less. So tell them that Dr. Thomas said, if you're going to listen with music, you're going to remember less than half of what you studied. I've never failed an exam in my life. I've never failed an exam in my life. I've been doing exam for 30 odd years, never failed one, because I figured out from early that when I study, I lock up in my room, no noise, and I focus. So I'm done for the hour, 2 hours, I come out, and I go relax, and then I go sleep. That's the next thing now. If you want to have good memory, you have to sleep. All right. Hold on, a different problem that. What the lady has more problem, man? She has a lot of talk and a lot of problems. Lord have mercy. All right, you need to come check me, you know. You can't solve your problem today if you come check me. All right, so listen now, people. Now, I don't know how many of you remember back in the day when we were using computer and light go away, everything when you was typing just gone. Remember them days, eh? All right. So what happened is, in order to keep what you were typing on the computer, you had to press a button, them call it save button. Yeah, so you transfer things that on the screen to on the disk or the hard drive that you had in the computer. Now, your brain works like that. When you learn something or read something in the day, it on your screen, it not save yet. It gets saved when you sleep properly. So the save button to remember what you learned today is activated during sleep. So if you have people who are study, and when they finish studying, go watch TV and on the phone, they'll 3 o'clock in the morning and then they get 1 2 hours sleep and go to school the next day, they're not going to remember nothing. No, you need to get your 6 to 8 hours sleep every night to have good memory. So it makes sense out of it 12 hours and sleep 2. It makes sense out of it just 6 and sleep 6. Do you understand that? Same one time when you're awake for study for the day, you need to sleep for that amount of time. Yes, Miss Mommy. Sleep with the TV and radio, you're not gonna be sleeping restfully. It's gonna come into your sleep and keep you half awake. So you need to sleep with a quiet environment, dark room. Freda Duppy? Okay. she have lots of problems. Freda Duppy too. So and then I need some ambulance to come for this lady. You know, she's sick bad. You know, ambulance here for the sick patient. All right, listen now. So 1, focus. 2, sleep. Important for memory. 3, exercise. When you exercise, it improves blood flow to your brain.